If GXR 2-0 this, they take over the top seed and SMG goes to second seed, which is like, okay, they're not going to be knocked off. You want to maintain that massive rise. And we'll see. This is the closest matchup we've got across all of the groups just based on results. And this should be really tight between both teams.
Oh, nice boundless strike into the blood right. Arrow's going to be there, but it may not matter. They've got Mizu. Moon of all people as well to take the first blood on the mid laner to really ensure that you do land the arrow. You could argue maybe with a nice scale out from Mizu, the slow might be enough, but ultimately mid one should be fine to just juke them out. Rogi though, he might have a bit of a tougher time in this +5 Bloodseeker, but all he needs to do is just keep spamming out the blood rights like this, and they might have a kill here onto Mizu, and they will. Rogi able to secure the kill, but in the meantime, mid lane, Alacrity able to solo pick off Moon.
He's got a self-sustaining heal. He can just clear out the creep wave safely, build up stacks of the Heartstopper, and just kind of regen back up.
Paulison going to move in now with the cookie. KP does have the Ghost Shroud up at level 1, but is going to be forced to TP and does do so. In the meantime, however, Alacrity now has been jumped by Arfu and Moon. They will be able to secure the kill. And even at top lane, Rogi ends up dropping here to Mizu.
I try to diversify the vocabulary, Mike. Most of the time it doesn't pay off, but I'm glad my slightly Australian-leaning tendencies have taken over. It's a good time.
But it was... Oh, here we go again. Well is out on the tree. They've got the Monkey King Arfu. He's still relatively safe though as KP's rushing forward onto In Your Dream. Meanwhile, top lane, mid one. He ends up going down, but it won't matter if you can get In Your Dream on the sniper. But they won't. He does end up dropping. Meanwhile, top lane, Rogi trying to get some return revenge back the way of Mizu, but it looks like he's the one to drop. Jokam able to find a double kill on the Mirana.
I don't think the state of the offlane's still in a pretty good spot. Mizu's level 4, Jokam's 5.5. So your Venmancer still has a ways to catch up, but you're on the pathway of recovery. You've got the Urn up. And looking at Midwin's build, he did go for the Beam and Blessing, so he doesn't have Glaives. Even if he dips into jungle, he can't really clear it out.
Well, nice rotation down bot lane. Moon, he shows up, and now Alacrity's there with the Avalanche toss and does get a return kill onto Moon. So they still got In Your Dream, and they still end up killing off Paulison, but at least they find the mid laner. Alacrity, he's going to take over this bottom lane for now. I think they might just allow In Your Dream to TP mid and take over that lane. As top lane, Rogi, he's going to drop on the Bloodseeker. Is now mid one. Going to try and at least get Jokam. The neutral camp helping him out, but the Fairy Fire going to keep Jokam alive as mid one's been left alone again. Oh, Mizu, he started the all chats now. Voice lines are out.
And the side of SMG is using the space well. They're playing bot, they're keeping it shoved in. You're just getting farm on really Moon. Like the Lina is able to really work the lane quite nicely, build up into more items past the travels.
That's a great arrow from Jokam. Really nice angle he finds there. Mizu again with the voice lines in the meantime.
Had a really slow start to that lane. And he's still behind that Venomancer, so you need more space out. Right now, they are giving most of that space to Moon, and to an extent KP, although...
Yeah, Moon gets caught out. Avalanche tossed right back into Mizu, and he's gone. In fact, they even found KP. He'll go Shroud, but the Gale is going to connect with the Poison Nova. Rogi's going to move in and try to help out. They've got a Reaper Scythe onto Alacrity, so a nice trade now as KP. He's somehow still alive. Rogi, he'll keep rushing forward, getting all the vision for his team, but is it going to be enough? Blood Right's there. It'll lock down the Mirana, but the Assassinate will get him from In Your Dream, and now they'll rush right onto Arfu. Jokam, he survives through all of it, and they get a 1-for-3 trade. And the irony of all this, John, is KP somehow survived. Has the Sanj, has the Hood of Defiance, obviously has the Ghost Shroud, so it's not going to be that easy to take him out of the Necromancer, or rather Necrophos. However, In Your Dream, naturally, as a sniper, can hit the tier 1 tower out of range. Alacrity going to jump in. Nice rupture out onto the Tiny. KP, however, is still dropping low, but Reaper Sight is still going to come out in time. And Alacrity, he is just stuck under the Eclipse of mid one. They'll get another kill onto Paulison and Alacrity. And SMG, they're kind of stuck trying to defend this, but how do you defend?
Yeah, they've already dropped their big ults, so they don't really have the best options to cancel out the aerial though. Mizu?
Jump in on Mizu, but he's already found Arfu. They'll try to deny him off, but it will not work out. So 1-for-1, definitely favorable again for SMG, but now Rogi's in trouble. Assassinate gonna fly through the Death Pulse. It makes it just in time. Just in time as Moon ends up finding JoCam. And this is that point where Moon's going to feel quite potent himself now.
You really want your Tiny to have more in the tank right now, outside of just the Blink. You want that Echo Saber up, you want the BKB up, so you can stand in front, not worry about the control, and just get your damage off, although.
Oh, Moon, he kind of shows himself alacrity, though. He's going to jump in. And Mid-1 was right behind him. He tries to TP out in time, but it's not going to work out. In fact, they can't even get Moon. Oh, a bit of a misplay there, I think, alacrity. But I think you've got to start to get a little bit concerned here for GXR. You know Mid-1 hasn't been touched in quite a while. He is still behind in your dream, but he's catching up. Do you think that Mid-1 on the Luna can kind of put up with the sniper later on, John? In fact, hold that thought, because Roger's been caught out. Alacrity will have enough. Rupture's there, but Alacrity, he just kind of runs through it. No problem. Or is there? Fu, Boundless strike up, and Polison's going to show up. Scatterblast, Arrow, all going to land. KB is there as well with Mid-1. They have the Eclipse up, but they'll go for the Reaper Scythe instead. And Fu's going to die, but they'll at least get JoCam as a trade. But back to the question, John. Sniper versus Luna late game, who has the advantage?
No, Alacrity though.
Yeah, going in for an avalanche toss, but this might cost him. In fact, never mind, because Mid-1, he can't move right now. In Your Dream just continues to push him back. Mid-1, he'll continue to charge forward. It's not good enough, though. Now KB's been caught out. Oh, it's the classic, let's go kill the sniper. Just look at this. Who needs a ballista, John? Why wait for tier 5 items when you could just pick sniper?
Oh, this takes me back. This takes me back all the way to some classic memes from Big Plays Inc. Reminds me of that sniper video. Still, Mizu not having a great time there at bot.
But back to the question, Jonathan, while we have a chance. Luna versus Sniper.
I think the key thing for Luna in that case is if you go for an Ags build, or if you're reliant, if your Monkey King does get the jump in the back line, then it can be a bit easier for the Luna. But closing that gap as Luna is just so difficult. So say you're into high ground. A high ground siege can be really hard for SMG, and that's what they have to watch out for.
Moon bot lane onto Alacrity. Wukong's command out from Fu, trying to help out, but Alacrity's not dying quite yet. Moon, he'll at least get JoCam down. Nice light strike array back into the Tiny. They've got the detection. Still, here comes In Your Dream. Moon, he is just melting. Oh, goodness me. In Your Dream has so much damage out with that sniper. Mizu, he'll keep rushing forward, but now Roger from the backside is going to get a rupture off onto the sniper. Make sure he can't move, and now the Lena has brought back. Moon's going to move back in. They really want that sniper dead. In Your Dream, he might have to man fight this, but no, he'll run even with the rupture. He won't mind. BKB's there, Moon. He'll keep rushing forward. In Your Dream, what are you doing, sir? He'll run in circles before he ends up going down, and now the Reaper Scythe. He found Mizu as well. And the buyback pays off. In Your Dream, he didn't know where to go, John. Just running in circles.
He was kind of out of options. Once the BKB came out from Moon, he couldn't really do much about that chase. He did have his grenade up, as he has the Ag Shard, but couldn't really find the opportunity. Still, they're going to TP in for that defense. Don't want to give that tier 2 away.
Oh, Alacrity, avalanche toss into the arrow. It's a lot of damage, but not quite enough yet. The Starfall is there. Mid-1, he does end up going down, but for what cost? If they find Alacrity, it may be worth. They should, but a big avalanche toss won't be enough. Roger will tank through it. Another TP in. Polison now going to show up. Doesn't have the kisses though. Oh, a bit of an error there as he tries to catch out Roger, but this game is getting very, very spicy as time goes on.
So just how successful the high ground push can be against In Your Dream will remain to be seen once they do get to that point. It is a 7k lead for SMG though, and they are collapsing onto In Your Dream here.
And that they are. Moon gonna sneak right in. Boundless strike there. Light strike array as well. Wukong's command out. They're gonna try and save, but no, the rupture. The rupture is out, so the Force Staff just ends up killing off In Your Dream. The shrapnel just giving you all the information you need, but it's too late, I think. They're going to smoke up. They're going to try and make their way over here on GXR, but it is way too late. Aegis already there on Moon, and now they'll rush forward. They've got Alacrity with the Boundless. Light Strike Array's not going to land, but here comes the Eclipse right onto the Tiny. Alacrity's just gone. Polison, he's been caught as well. He'll be the second to drop. In fact, Mizu is just trying to get the hell out of there, but he is surrounded. Reaper Scythe out from KP will get the job done as now they try to go on Fu, but JoCam, he is the final piece of the puzzle. See you, JoCam. Moon on a triple kill now, and a full team wipe the way of SMG.
And they still force the issue. They were scanned out. Really good game sense from SMG to figure out that patting, of course, you'd expect your opponent to come in. Forced to buy back on Venom to hold out. He can just stand there and just do damage. If he does jump in, he's always prone to being controlled up. And SMG just abuses that. They always focus in your dream first and just clean up everyone afterwards.
That they do. Bot lane, Alacrity gonna move in. Moon, quick reaction with the BKB out. Moonlight Shadow's not gonna help as the dust ends up connecting, and Alacrity is gonna die another time as Moon is just on literal fire right now. They found another. Rogi, he's gonna die, but In Your Dreams been ruptured up into the Reaper's side. They'll get another kill to the side of GXR, and In Your Dream, he might have to buy back, John. He's down for 2 minutes right now. And it's definitely costly, as Mizu says.
Yeah, they need a shrapnel up. They need the vision down into the low ground. They need to be able to hold back the aggression from SMG. He is still holding on, though. Perhaps they'll just wait for Lacti and give over a couple of jet tickets.
Oh, Mizu, Aeon Disc can be proc. There's your buyback out from In Your Dream. Now it's a matter of whether SMG want to back or not. They still have the Aegis up on Moon, so they must be feeling confident enough to keep going. But no, it looks like it'll be a defensive Wukong's command out from Arfu to allow his team to retreat.
So there can be some room to grow if they do just hold on to their objectives here on GXR. It's a very hard game, though. SMG, they've got the control, they've got the spikes. They're eventually going to even hit this Ags timing on mid one and Paulson.
No, Paulson maybe going for a bit of a creep skip there, does get caught out. Outpost to be taken back by SMG. As Moon got 16 kills now on this Lina, just so dominant. However, they have found Arfu. Nice kill to get. Moon won't be able to catch anyone else out. However, towards the left side, KP and Rogi now going to show up. Alacrity's being targeted. Do you have a stun? You've got the Reapers. And that's what you want. Just knock him down and get him out of this fight. Are they confident enough to defend this mid-racks? For now, it looks like the answer is no. But SMG, they might keep going. In fact, never mind the Aegis. It's going to wear off now. It might be time to retreat here. Moon, though, he's jumped in. Light Strike Ray's out on 2, but he can't follow up. Needs to run with that BKB, but KP's been caught out now. JoeCam, no arrow to fly. He's already hard enough to kill at the moment, let alone with the Satanic up. In fact, he just has about enough gold. Will be able to survive, but now the next team fight, he'll be without that kind of secondary life. So a nice start already as Moon. He's popped the double damage, and look at the amount of damage he does deal to that tier 3 tower. When he's not missing uphill, it's a lot, but a big gobble up play into the arrow. They've got the lean on, they've got the Aegis down. However, Mizu, he's trapped in the middle of all this. Rogi, he might still drop, but the Reaper sight's out. They've got Alacrity as well, and he's got no buyback. So they've got the Aegis down. It's still a pretty big advantage here for SMG.
Yeah, they can still start sieging high ground. They don't have Eclipse or Wukongs, and they don't have a Reaper's Sight, but they can still get the damage off with Moon's insane.
Oh, In Your Dream, he's been caught out, Arfu. He gets the vision. JoeCam, the gobble up play, it's not going to be enough. They're down without the sniper. He hasn't got buyback for another 13 seconds, and I believe he's still short on gold anyway, as now they move in for another. GG well played's been called. The streak is over for GXR, but it does continue for SMG now. 11-game win streak for SMG, and for GXR, we have lost the win streak, John, but they've got one more game against SMG, and now it's all about revenge.
Definitely favoring SMG's draft overall. I think GXR went a bit too left field with this one, but we'll have to see. I mean, they made it work last time. Maybe they can make it work again.
Alacrity, mid lane, may get caught out. KP just kind of throws out the Void. They do at least find the Observer Ward very early on for that mid lane matchup. Already giving a decent advantage over to Moon, as now Pauluson's rushing forward, but there's your Void with the Blood Right flying out, and the Fisher Arfu right from the backside, and they give another First Blood to Moon. Second game in a row.
But that his Flame Guard just disappears with 2 raises almost. So once 2 raises are up, you lose your wave clear capability, you lose your way of CSing safely, and Moon just abuses that like that. Just 3 raises down.
That was a great final raise out. Moon just on the edge. Gonna have first dibs on both those water runes. Yeah, just terrible news. And John, I don't mean to make it worse for the GXR fans, but Arfu, he's made a rotation over. Fish is on target. Moon, he's already got one raise down. He just needs two more. There's your flame guard out. It'll already be kind of busted down, but they can't get the kill, I don't think, unless Arfu, he's going to go for the dive in, but JoeCam's rotated onto the Earthshaker. They'll try to get rid of the bug. Moon will keep going after this Weaver, but Arfu, he may have overextended this time, unless Moon gets a kill here, and he does have a mango, and he gets the final raise off. I can't call it worth. GXR, they've given a third kill over to Moon. Look at Alacrity. He knows Arfu's here somewhere. He has to go farm neutral camps now, but Arfu knows exactly where he is. He'll force Paulson to rotate. Fish is out, but it does miss. A nice slide of Fish dodge, and Arfu will get the tip back. They punish him. They read the movement, and everybody tips Arfu.
Moon has a free lane, level 6 now, level 3 on the Necromastery along, but it raises his damage output. It's pretty sickening from the right clicks and the magic side. You do have to watch yourself. They're keeping Paulson mid just to cut Arfu off.
Yeah, but Moon's going to come in from the side. Alacrity's still going to chase him down with the Flame Guard at level 3 now. Arfu dropping quite low. More TPs to come. Nice Fisher with the Blood Right, though. They get the silence off, and another raises to fly out. Rogi, he'll take the kill. Tips back the wave. Alacrity now is Paulson. He'll die as well. JoeCam, just get out of there, sir. It's not safe right now. Not another kill to Moon. They'll give it to Rogi instead. A double kill to the POS 5 Bloodseeker. And SMG, they're camping the mid lane. They are not leaving Alacrity alone.
Maybe they hit a power spike once Haunt and Global Silence is up. They could look to make a play there, but even then, Mizu still doesn't have his full urn up. Even if he did, he wouldn't have any charges up for some damage.
Mid lane, dive in, Moon, he'll get chained up, JoeCam to show up, they'll haunt in as well, Moon, he's just surrounded, KP gonna try and help out, they've at least got JoeCam down, and now Alacrity needs to run, and there's your Fisher out again, Arfu, he won't let the Remnant back. Paulson, he will at least TP away. Meanwhile, Mizu, he dies top lane, mid one, able to take him down.
And his PL already has the defusal. So if you come up, you're going to lose your mana. You're just going to get burned down. The only person to really tank through is Mizu with a Vanguard. And even then, he probably doesn't want to show up, doesn't contribute to that push. So they still have to be cautious because everyone else on SMG, every time you kill one core, the rest just go in.
Look how aggressive mid one's playing right now. Mid lane, he's already drained all the mana of Alacrity and just wants to chase him all the way down past the tier 2 tower, but Mizu, he'll haunt him to make sure he can't keep chasing. Silence is going to be there. They'll try and juke it out, but Mizu, he still gets silenced anyway. Fly the Blood Right and does end up dropping is now the Rupture. Is there onto Paulson? He gets to the high ground, he'll be fine, but KP was looking meanwhile on the right side, mid one, ends up dropping a JoeCam, but Moon looking to clean up, time lapse is there, Moon still trying, but the Sakuchi is making it so JoeCam's able to juke out all these raises. And so in the end, GXR able to get a pretty damn decent pickup. In fact, they found another KP to drop. Moon's still around. Does he want to try and go after the Weaver? He does, but Global Silence is there. He'll still finish off the kill, but now Alacrity will rush in. Chains are off cooldown now. They'll get the lockdown. In Your Dream gonna walk in to try and help out, but no meta is up. Moon still here. He's trapped between a rock and a hard place, and they'll find another. On to the next. Arfu, he's been caught, or has he? Alacrity, he doesn't have the chains. And so mid one, he'll rotate over, drain all the mana of the Ember, but you'll have Mizu rushing forward, trying to man fight the PL mid one. He'll just keep going. Blood Right's out. It does not catch Alacrity, but he's out of mana anyway. They'll just rush him down now. Back to Mizu. They want that Spectre, but Mizu's quite tanky with the Vanguard up. So it's not going to be too easy, but now the Rupture's there. But will they protect GXR? They're going to commit to making sure the Spectre does not die as Arfu. He'll be chased down. A great Fisher though, but it won't matter the dagger. It does land in time. Can JoeCam find more? He's on to mid one.
So I think you just wait for that BKB to be up. You're good to go despite the Global Silence. You're not going to care too much. There is a smoke from SMG though.
JoeCam, I believe he was spotted. Sentry Ward down, Rupture's out, JoeCam, he's stuck. He's going nowhere as KP will have his way with him now, and does. Nice pickup from SMG as they want more with the Dark Ascension. Arfu's having a look around. He won't quite find a target, but now they'll spot out Paulson, and that'll be a free silencer kill. Way of GXR as Rogi will take it. Alacrity really can't fight at the moment, and he just needs to run the hell away from KB as the crippling fear is about to be off cooldown. He'll turn for the chains. Remnant forward again. Moon, though, he's on the chase with the haste room, but he'll Remnant back the other way. But there's your Fisher out again into the blood right. He'll juke that one out, but can he get out? The Ember's still dropping low. He'll try to turn onto Moon, but no, he's gone. Moon now, Requiem out. Force Chokam back the other way, and just TP's right in front of them. Another great play from SMG.
Even lose their tier 1 mid, so the jungle's opened up a bit more. It does make it a bit harder to maintain triangle presence as well if SMG just wants to keep running their bodies forward. The side of GXR, though, they've got Global Silence, they've got Metamorphosis up, so they could look for a counter push onto that mid.
And Moon gonna get dusted up here. Mizu really would love this kill. Pig out is there. He'll just walk away as now the cavalry is incoming. SMG, who do we go for? Fisher, not going to block off in your dream, but it will at least force him back as now they find Rogi, and there's your Global Silence out. Afu, he'll be targeted. Mid one, right in onto in your dream, but the damage output, they've got the mid one down. The PL's gone. KP, he will also drop as well. They at least get the Terrorblade down though. Moon, he'll try to run. The chase is on, but with the Shadow Blade, he's going to be just fine. Or will he? Jokam, he'll get the swarm out, but now Jokam might be in trouble. In fact, never mind. He'll go after Rogi. The Bloodseeker, he'll take retreat back behind that tier 2 tower is now Moon. He'll come back into the team fight, but maybe it was a bit too preemptive. He'll go back into the pig form, and we'll just run as GXR are not going to dive the tier 3 tower yet. But it seemed like a decent team fight there for GXR. Their only real big casualty was in your dream, but they at least get a dieback on Rogi, and they get 4 kills in total. In fact, they're not done yet. It's back onto Moon they go. Fisher's there, our food ready to set up, but Moon is dropping really low to get the bugs on him, and now the Echo's there with the Requiem, but Mizu, he still gets the kill. The return damage with the Spectre is enough to kill off Moon.
With a Maelstrom, Alacrity's right-click output with a Sleight of Fist is good enough to kind of clear these PL illusions at this point. You have to be cautious. And Rogi.
Rogi mid lane, being caught out again, and there's no way out. He'll rupture, but Alacrity can Remnant without taking any damage anyway. And that net worth lead now down to 1k for SMG, all the way down from about 3 to 4. It's in your dream, gonna make the chase in. Haunt is there from Mizu, and they found Afu. He's got no way to defend himself at the moment.
Yeah, I think for SMG, they need these item spikes to come in. They need BKBs up to be safe under chorus, especially on Moon. Once you have that, you could look to fight again, but the side of GXR are really using this aggression quite well.
Yeah, great dust out, Moon. He needs to run. He needs some help right here, right now, but where is it? It's not going to be there in time, Moon. He'll drop. Mid one's going to rotate. They haven't got the silence, though, on Alacrity. He'll juke it out with the Sleight of Fist and back off again.
Keeps them in the game once more.
Don't you love...
Bit early with a smoke, though.
Don't you love the double damage rune in front, John? For GXR.
Oh, yes.
I do agree, though. Bit of an early smoke out. SMG, they seem prepared for this. Still, Alacrity's going to move forward, but missed the slide and chains. Still spot out Rogi. Nice Fisher block, but it won't help, I don't think. Rogi already accepting the fact that he is going to die. And now GXR, it feels like they can get very aggressive with this draft. There's bot lane, they're going to be there to defend. TP's incoming, mid one will show up. They'll go on to Alacrity with the crippling fear, but he has help right behind him, but it's not going to be quick enough. Alacrity is already down in your dream. He's popped the meta, but which one's the real mid one? He's losing so much HP and mana, he can't even sunder anymore. But mid one, he's been caught out. He's gone too deep, or has he? Doppelganger out, back in on Mizu, but no, he's going to drop. A bit too confident there with all the illusions. And once he lost KP.
So I think this is the point where SMG can look to play aggressive once more. They can look to try to put the SF up front, maybe look for a good Requiem this time around rather than a responsive one. Just run from there.
Rogi, he'll get a rupture on Jokam, but that's not going to matter. There'll be no follow-up to it. Meanwhile, in your dream, still very confident with that Aegis up. Even without the meta, would love to spot out a hero that they can go after. That you've got to be wary of. He has the blink up now, so he might be able to get a big initiation here if Moon does get caught, but he does BKB and TP out. And in the meantime, down at the bot lane, Paulison does end up dropping to mid one.
And GXR, they find themselves in net worth lead now. Again, In Your Dream is number 1, not by much, by about 100 gold on Terrorblade over the PL, but it is a notable change of pace here for GXR. The rest of their cores are slightly behind the 2 cores, although.
Echo out. Afu looking to set up Mizu. He's still a very tanky target. He's going to try and fight back. Afu, he's gone. one. Mid one, he needs to run. They couldn't get rid of the Spectre. Mizu, he's still alive. The Requiem, it'll get it done, but now the buybacks are there. They want to try and clean up SMG. JoeCam, he's going to rush in and he's found Moon on the SF. He should eventually just die, and in your dream, he'll get it done with the reflection onto KB. He is forced to BKB and Dark Ascension out. Oh, but you commit everything.
There's just a lot more SMG has to really handle here beyond just these big cores. The greediness from GXR is actually paying off.
Do they want to jump Mizu, John? I don't know if they want to do this. They can see him. I don't know if this is a great idea. Fish is going to be up. Moon going to move in. Silver Edge. Echo committed. Global Silence is there. And now the Haunt Sound. He'll go right up north. And he'll just keep bouncing around. They can't kill him. And now the jump in. Moon. He does get a nice Requiem. That'll be Alacrity down. Mizu still dropping low, but somehow still alive. He's still running with the dagger out. And he might just make it. Meanwhile, JoeCam, he finishes off Moon. They still got the Spectre alive. And he has Shadow Step up. So he can rejoin the fight after a reset. KP, meanwhile, he needs to run with the BKB up at JoeCam. He'll chase him down on the Weaver, but now the Rupture's there. Hold him down. Time-lapse back the other way. Looks like JoeCam should be alright, but mid one will keep the chase up, but no detections available. They'll dust up now, but JoeCam's fine. Fish is there. Mid one, though, he's dropping too low. They'll get the Weaver, but they're going to lose their Phantom Lancer in the meantime. It's not a good trade whatsoever for SMG.
I'd say you want more strength. Maybe a Scotty coming through could really help the cause. Maybe a Heart on the PL would help his forward presence as well to deal with all of that reflected damage coming through. As it is, he just can't man-fight all too well.
Mizu going in with the Shadow Step onto KB, just with the extra damage out from the Illusion. Haunts up in 15 seconds again. So he's going to have that up very, very soon if a team fight breaks out, and they know they can't deal with him. I don't care how many heroes you have around Mizu. It just always feels like bait. Roger's going to move in now. Maybe they just rupture him up. Fu, he'll move in. Silver Edge is there. Maybe this time they can get him. But no, the time lapse. It's out from JoeCam. He'll save the day, and now the Haunt's in. They could reinitiate, and that's exactly what they'll do. They're still trying on Mizu. He won't die, though. Back toward the south. JoeCam, he may have been caught, but he wants KP before he goes down. He won't get him. SMG, a nice trade, is now the blink in back onto the Spectre. Polisa's joined. He has his own Ags up now with the AoE last word, and now the Global Silence to hold a couple down. Mid one and the SF needs a back. Alacrity's in. Arthur's down. Buyback will be there from the Earthshaker. Alacrity out of mana, but still willing to try and fight. Mid one, he'll man fight him. Meanwhile, Kami-sama in your dream, dropping too low. He needs a Sunder. He doesn't have the mana though. He'll just try to run, try to man fight. He still won't die though. How can you kill this man? He's got the Sunder up now with the Echo Slam. Arthur, he'll have none of it. He'll just burst him down as now the Fisher, it'll find Polison. They'll clean them up. You can't kill Mizu. No problem, John. You kill everyone else around him.
It's a very even game, 32-31. It has been even for a while, but GXR was taking most of the fights. But because of that last fight, SMG's got a bit of a window to breathe now.
Oh, Rupture. Polison bleeding out right now. He'll stand his ground as Mizu. He'll go to the front, right onto Rogi. They'll pop the Dark Ascension, though. They want to try and force a fight, at least protect this Roshan. It's still very healthy, though. Roshan maybe acting as a bit of bait from GXR. But SMG, they'll happily take that bait. From the backside, KP sneaking up, Crippling Fear's there. They'll go after JoeCam. They've got to get rid of that Weaver and get rid of that time lapse, and they've got him. They also found Mizu, but the buybacks are there. Haunts in. Fu, he's going to drop. That'll be a tieback. Now Moon being targeted in your dream. Moving in. Requiem, not enough. The Global Silence is there in time. Now the Satanic Pop. He'll man fight. In your dream, he can't do it, but maybe he can. The Sunder. It's there in time. In fact, mid one, he's still trying, and he does get him eventually. A triple kill out for the PL. KP's dropped. Polison, he'll be chased now by mid one, and eventually get taken down. An ultra kill out for mid one, and now the Roshan's open. Bad news though, John. Mizu's the only hero left alive, but it's still a Spectre. He might be able to do something about this Roshan play. He's gonna try by himself. He'll TP, get a reset. He's got the Shadow Step though. He can come back and whenever. Here we go again, Rogi. About to drop, and he will. Mid one, he's so low. He'll chase down Mizu again, drain all the mana. Mizu won't care though. He just wants the right clicks, and mid one, king of the hill. He'll just TP back to the fountain.
Still a lot of HP to reflect back with the Dispersion and Blade Mail. for SMG, they really just have to ignore him. Just jump everyone else. Don't even try to hit the Spectre. Just kill everyone else first. Take out the Ember Spirit, take out the TV.
They got JoCam, and it seems just as important to get rid of this Weaver, as the Ag's time lapse is just too much. But JoCam immediately going to buy back. They know buybacks are quite low right now on the side of GXR, so if they can win this team fight, they might even be able to go high ground. Roshan dropping very fast. GXR, they're going to spot it out, but it's too late. In fact, Aegis is... Oh, mid one. He got the Aegis. Did he get the shards, though?
Yep. It's on Moon, so he's going to have that Necromastery upgrade now.
Haunt in. KP immediately with the crippling fear. They just need to retreat right now as GXR still want to force the fight. KP, he's gone. In your dream, who else can you find? Chains out, Alacrity. He won't be able to get the PL. Unfortunately, they're not the ones to find one. I believe it was GXR that actually ended up finding a Witchbane, and we'll see. Man, how does Mizu get this lucky? He even found the Aesthetics cap. Yeah. He's got the Aesthetics cap, makes him even tankier, harder to kill now. Mid one, he actually kills off Pulse, and they're going tier 3 tower. And that's so much damage, my goodness. Still being very cautious though, as now the reset is here for Mizu. Slowly but surely, they'll rely on Moon to get through this Rax. And that's what they'll do. Another Shadow Step onto Arfu, but it won't amount to much. Mizu, he gets caught for a second, but the Aesthetics cap does kind of just save him from the stun.
So let's see if they can leverage that key item advantage they have on this SF as they go in.
Yeah, so many forms of invis right now at mid one. He's got the Shadow Blade, or rather Silver Edge, plus the Trickster's Cloak. Moon, he tried to go in on the TB Illusion, but that won't work out in his favor. Instead, now Mizu moving in onto KP. Nobody's sticking around though. SMG all retreat. And this is really bad timing because in your dream, he just got the Satanic up. It could be a terrible fight for SMG. It's now Alacrity. He's right in, but the damage is way too high. Time lapse though, it'll reset as Rogi, he'll have to buy back after dying to In Your Dream. Mizu, he'll go for his own reset, but the TP cancellation's there. Haunt committed back towards Moon. He'll just try to run. He's out of mana and can't fight right now on the Spectre. So is In Your Dream. He'll pop the Satanic and heal himself up, but SMG, they're rushing in now after Polison. They'll at least get the silencer down. He'll have buyback up and can come in whenever.
Yeah, they've got the ways to handle that Spectre. And even then, if the Spectre is up front, they just ignore it. Killing off the silencer before the GS, killing off the Weaver before the time lapse, you can easily take control in front despite the Satanics come true, despite that durability on the Spec. They will try for a smoke play here on GXR though. A bit risky. Remember, Mizu with a fresh heart means he has no buyback.
Yeah, Moon's got a DD room bottle up, John, to make matters worse. This SF going to be hidden like an absolute truck as Swarm will catch him out. However, they've got Polison. Global Silence came out in time, but they've lost JoCam. He'll commit a buyback. They need that time lapse in this team fight. Mizu, he'll try to rush onto mid one, but mid one, he just ignores him onto Alacrity. He'll remnant away. Rogi moving in. Arthur, that's a great Fisher. He caught Alacrity. He cancels the TP, and that's just Ember gone without buyback as now JoCam. He'll die back. I think SMG, they've done it. It should be a 2-0 victory here. Unless they can defend 2 versus 5 for GXR, but again Arthu's in. He doesn't catch In Your Dream though. BKB was there in time, but they're fighting without Metamorphosis for the next 15 seconds. On the bright side, they have a top tier 2 tower available, but the tier 4s are under siege. Shadow step out. They're just ignoring them. Nobody hitting the heroes. The Echo Slam Arfu. He's in, locking down In Your Dream, and now Mizu. All he can do is run. They call it. GG is called. GXR, they will get 2-0'd by SMG. And SMG now on a 12 win streak throughout the Pro Series Season 8. And honestly, GXR, they look so strong throughout that mid game, John, but SMG just pull it back their way, and what a series it was.